Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. This is Funmibi here again with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing something very exciting with you all. I'm going to be telling you 10 items that I think makes my life very easy as a fashion entrepreneur, a fashion designer, a millionaire, everything that I do that relates to fashion. These 10 items are things that I cannot do without. Like if I don't have them, it's either I look for them till I find them, or I have to run out to go and buy another one as a replacement. So if you'd like to know these things that make my life very easy in my business, something that you can also incorporate into your business just in case you don't know about them, or you know about them and you didn't know that they were so important, please make sure you watch this video to the end. If you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and join us on here on this channel. I share insightful tutorials, something like what you're about to watch. I share these types of videos every single week. Also, if after watching you found it very useful and you know someone that you think would benefit from watching this tutorial or watching this video, I keep saying tutorial, please be sure to share with them. Sharing is caring. All right, guys, let's get straight into the meat and the potatoes of today's video. Let's go. Alright guys, welcome back. So without wasting any more time, let's get straight into the 10 items. The first item I would like to share with you that makes my life very easy are my scissors. These scissors, I cannot do without them. And I like to have multiple scissors at every single point, okay? And the reason why is because I like to use one for interfacing papers, gum and gum stays and stuff. Gum stays interfacing for me. What are you doing? I like to use one particular one for interfacing and papers and hard items, okay, just in case I'm trying to use these scissors to cut, say something like cup chain. Those kind of things are kind of hard. I like to use this particular scissors. This scissors is relatively cheap. I got it for 500 naira. It's a small size scissors. You get it anywhere around you in your departmental stores or even in a sewing accessories shop. You typically find them. This other scissors is relatively pricey. I got it off of Amazon and I think I bought it for $9.99 when I bought it. I bought it in 2021. That's 2 years ago now, and it has been serving me. And the only thing that this scissors is allowed to cut is fabric. Anything that is not fabric, I do not use these scissors on it, okay? So say any type of fabric, honestly, I'm not here to start talking about fabric. I have a separate video talking just about fabrics. If you've not seen that video, please go check it out. I don't know if the video is on the channel already, but if it's already on the channel, I'm going to link it somewhere on the screen. So feel free to go check out that video. But this scissors is my fabric scissors, and I don't have an Amazon storefront. It's something I should look into. I really don't know yet. I used to have one, but then my audience was relatively low and I didn't used to get a lot of people clicking and shopping from my storefront. So Amazon shut it down. If you guys would like me to start including links to certain things that I share on here on the channel, let me know down in the comment section. However, you can just go on Amazon or go on any of your local, online shopping platforms and type fabric scissors. You want to get something that looks like this type of scissors. You have them from different brands. This scissors is heavy duty, relatively heavy duty, and it cuts like it can cut any fabric. It can even cut your hand if you're not careful. So you need to work with caution when working with this type of scissors. The next item I'll be sharing with us is what we call thread snippers. And you guys, I have quite a number of things that are orange. Is orange my favorite color? I don't know. Anyway, I got this thread snipper recently. I also got it off of Amazon. However, you can get it from your local sewing accessories shop. For those that watched my market vlog where I gave you a tour of Mr. Okoro's shop, I believe he sells something like this. Also in that video, that market vlog video, I know I'm kind of digressing. You can also get stuff like your plastic headband from Mr. Okoro. You can also get stuff like your soldering iron and those other types of things. These sewing accessories, basically, he sells a lot of them. So if you're looking to get a thread snipper and you can't be bothered to start shopping off of Amazon, you can get this from Mr. Okoro. I can't really say how much it will cost, but I think I got this off of Amazon UK and I got it for £3.99. Don't quote me. Go on there, type thread snipper in your search bar and see how much comes up. I'm a cheapskate, so most times when I look through, because I don't necessarily shop for brands, I just shop for the most affordable item, right? So I like to read reviews. If I see something is relatively cheap, I check the reviews. If the reviews are relatively positive, I shop. Also, if while being a cheapskate, you want to be careful. You don't want to buy something because it's cheap and end up buying something that is not so good, right? So even when you're clicking on cheap stuff, read the reviews that people have dropped on those items. This is for people that are shopping online, right? Read the reviews from those people before making your shopping decision. Anyway, this is my second favorite item that I cannot do without in my fashion business. The next item I'll be sharing with us is soldering iron. This bad boy, I cannot do without it, okay? I use it for separating fabrics, separating trimmings, separating appliques, cutting through ASOOKE fabric. I use it for a lot of things. I know some people might say soldering iron, is it not something for electricians? Girl, you are wrong. Fashion designers, this is something you should totally incorporate into your fashion business if you don't already use it. It helps to make separating fabrics very easy, and it tends to give you a cleaner finish than when you use scissors. I know there are certain types of fabrics that you can't but use scissors, but if you're working with fabrics that fray a lot, that tend to shed and just become a mess, if you have your soldering iron, it's going to make that entire process less stressful for you. When working with this, please apply caution, because I believe those that know soldering iron know that it tends to heat up, it can burn things, it's a fire hazard, okay? So be very, very careful when working with it. If you're not using it, please unplug it, and if you just finished using it, please set it aside, away from children, away from yourself as well as an adult, right? Because I believe if you're trying to run a business, you're an adult, right? So keep it away from the reach of children, and keep it away from your own reach where you might mistakenly maybe touch it or step on it or something. Just be very careful when working with it. The next item I'll be sharing with us is my lighter. Guys, this portable gas lighter is so important. I use this for just burning off straight threads, burning off the edge of certain types of fabrics that I might not necessarily be able to use soldering iron on. I tend to use this to just burn off the edge of those types of fabrics and then just seal it up. This lighter, I use it with satins at certain points, okay? If I'm working with a satin material that is fraying a lot and it's just becoming a mess, I use my lighter to just seal up the edge, okay? If I'm also working with certain types of Mikado as well, those Mikado that shred, or is it fray now, those Mikado fabric that's fray and just become messy, I use this to just burn the edge lightly and then seal up the edge of the fabric. The next item I cannot do without in my fashion business is my screwdriver. This screwdriver, I love it so much. Days when I'm looking for it, when I'm trying to turn fabric inside out, if I don't see it on time, I can throw tantrum, okay? I'm just kidding, but it's very, very important to me. It helps me while turning fabric inside out. I know some people might say I'm being a cake in my business, but mind your business, okay? I'm joking, guys, okay? I need to emphasize that I'm joking these days because people don't know how to take jokes, right? So I like to work with screwdrivers. Some people might say use a fabric turner, but I find that the screwdriver helps me a lot. I've been using this since I started off in fashion, and it's going to be what now, about 4 years. I'm growing old in this industry too, right? So I'm using this from the start of my business, and it has been serving me. It works perfectly for me. So yeah, this is something you should incorporate into your business if you're about that life. All right, if you want to use a fabric toner as well, feel free to use it, but I find that this serves me perfectly. The next item I'll be sharing with us is my bodkin. Guys, this is what my bodkin looks like. Let me dim my light a little bit just so you guys get to see. This is what my bodkin looks like. And for those that are not familiar, bodkins are used in passing ropes, passing elastic through tiny, stressful to reach pieces of fabric, okay? So say while making something like this scrunchie that I have right here on my hands, I use my bodkin in passing the elastic that is inside this scrunchie. If you've not seen the tutorial on how I made this scrunchie, please go check it out, okay? I shared the tutorial on here on the channel. Anyway, this is how this particular bodkin works. You just lift up this flap right here, all right? And then this place opens up, you put your elastic in, and then place it down. So this part secures the elastic, the rope, whatever it is that you're trying to pass through the fabric, and then you can pass it through whatever piece of fabric you're trying to pass it through. I've said pass it like a lot of times. Anyway, I got this as well off of Amazon. I also got the recommendation for this from Tina of XXL Scrunchie. She's also here on YouTube. She talked about it in one of her videos, one of the videos that made me know about her in the first place. And immediately I saw that video, I did add to cart, okay? I had to add this to my cart, and ever since I got it, it's almost a year now. It has been serving me a lot. And if I don't find it when I'm trying to maybe make a scrunchie or make something and I need it, I start to just worry and start panting and checking everywhere. Like, this is very precious to me. If I lose it, I know immediately I'm adding to cart again to buy another one as a form of replacement. For now, I have just one, but I would say It's been nice to have multiple, just in case you are missing one, you have something that can serve as a backup for you. But if you're very careful with your stuff, get one and keep it close, and thank me later when you start to use this in your fashion business. The next item I'll be sharing with us is what we call hemming gum. This is what hemming glue looks like. I've used it quite a number of times on the channel, especially when it comes to making certain types of outfits. Okay, I think in one boo-boo tutorial that I shared with us on the channel, I'm going to try and link that boo-boo tutorial on the screen. I showed how I use this for the neckline of that particular dress. I also use this with reinforcing fabric, especially when making my 3D appliques. This is what I use to seal up my fabrics and make them very strong while working with them. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to link all the necessary tutorials on the screen. This is something that I run through very fast in my fashion business, and it makes my work look very neat at the end of the day. It helps with cleanliness in the outlook of your work. So it's something that you should add to your fashion business if you don't already use it in your craft. The next item I'll be sharing with us is this fan. Guys, this fan is the real G. Okay, I started using this recently, right, when it comes to drying down glue on the projects that I'm working on, right. I find that this helps my glue dry very fast. You know, all those ones where you have to be using, well, I'm speaking for myself now, I used to use my mouth to just blow on glue to allow it dry down, but I found that it was just Raz. Okay, so I got this fan off of AliExpress. Okay, and all you need to do is just use your USB cord with it and then use it to dry down whatever thing it is that you're trying to dry up, or you get the battery that works with it, because it works with battery. You can get the appropriate battery. I can't really say what type of battery works with it. I don't know much about that one, right? So get the battery that works with it and it will work perfectly for you. The next item I'll be sharing with us is my seam ripper. Guys, as a fashion designer, you cannot necessarily, as a fashion designer, you cannot necessarily guarantee that you won't make mistakes while sewing or doing whatever it is that you're doing with your stuff, right? So a seam ripper is something that's going to allow you rip through seams, just like the name goes. It helps you to rip through seams neatly. If you are the kind of fashion designer that just used to pull apart your clothes as you are trying to loosen, just pull it apart, please stop doing that, because chances are you might end up tearing the fabric that you're pulling apart like that, and then things will get, you know, complicated from there. So make sure that you get yourself a seam ripper if you don't already own one. I got this from Tom Jones in Lagos Island, one of the few times when I went home to Lagos, right? I got this from Tom Jones. This is what, before the pandemic, right? Since 2019. This has been serving me and I cannot do without it. I think I got it for, was it 150 naira back then? It's very affordable. There's even the cheaper one that are 50 naira, right? So there's no excuse for not having a seam ripper, especially as a beginner. As a beginner, chances are you will make a lot of mistakes while trying to perfect your skill. So make sure you get a seam ripper so that even if you make a mistake, you can easily just rip through those mistakes and do it again if need be. The last item I'll be sharing with us for the sake of this video is my overlock machine. My overlock machine makes sewing very for me, and shout out to my sister Olawore. Thank you so much again for that overlock machine. As the name goes, it's an overlock machine. It helps to just tidy up the seam of outfits. I'm going to try and show us what the inner part of this my top is. So what I do for you guys, right? So this is what the overlocked edge of my cloth looks like. All right, so you see this situation going on inside. I'm supposed to cut off this excess ball. This is what the work of the overlock machine is. It's supposed to just help you tidy up the hem of your outfit or the sewing, okay, the fray edges of the raw edge of your fabric. Your overlock machine is supposed to just tidy it up and make your work look professional. I didn't get my overlock machine until last year, early last year, as a gift from my sister, like I said couple of seconds ago. So I can't really come here to tell you where you can get it from. Your wherever they sell sewing machines and sewing accessories, I believe that you'll be able to buy an overlock machine from there. It's relatively pricey. The one I'm using, I don't know, because I didn't buy it, I can't really say, and I've not really asked around. So do your own research. Go to your sewing accessories shop or your sewing machine, places where they sell sewing machines, and ask for prices. Okay, that machine is very important, especially if you're trying to start a fashion business where you make clothes for people. It's not nice when you make an outfit for people and you send them and then the inner part of the dress is not properly woven or interlocked. Now some people call this overlock machine as well weaving machine. Okay, so you want to make sure that you weave the inner part of your outfit and just make the outfit look very professional. For the sake of this video, I'm going to give us one bonus item that I believe is very important as a fashion designer. You need what we call markers, especially when it comes to creating patterns. If you're the kind of person that is running a big fashion house and you like to just create patterns for your tailors and keep it pushing, you need to work with markers. Okay, these markers will allow the outlines of the what they call it now, the patterns that you're making, look very clear. If you're working with pencil, chances are it might start to just fade off or start to wipe away, but with these markers it's very clear and people that are sewing know what to do. Also, if you own a YouTube channel just like me and you're trying to make tutorials on how to make patterns for this, patterns for that, a marker is very, very important, because if you are just filming and using pencil, chances are your audience that are watching the video that you're sharing with them might not necessarily see what it is that you're doing right. So above using pencils for creating your patterns, invest in a marker. These markers cost 180 naira. They are very, very cheap. I'm using the whiteboard marker. Some people might say use the permanent marker, do whatever works for you, but make sure that you just get a marker and start creating your patterns. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you discovered something new, something that maybe you didn't know about before and you now know about it. If you discovered something new, please let me know what it was in the comment section. Also, if you're a beginner and you're so excited to get one or two or more of these items that I just talked about in this video, let me know down in the comment section. Please just give me feedback. All right, if you're not subscribed, again, please hit the subscribe button and join me on here on YouTube. It's fun, it's exciting, it's educative on here on this channel. And remember to turn on the post notification by tapping that bell like button beside the subscribe button. That way you'll be the first to know every single time I post a new video. Share with your friends, like this video, and yeah guys, I can't wait to see you in another video very, very soon. Bye.